part 6 to What If Naruto had all dojutsu. And this video's like goal is 35 likes since you guys smashed 30. So you'll have to hit that to guarantee another part tomorrow. So yeah, let's get right into this video. And so we left off with Naruto and everyone else heading back to the village, hidden in benevolence, and they all immediately started working on a plan to crush the mist and invade it, because they knew it would be the second hardest village to invade, because of its ninja being very loyal. Some examples of this are Kisame, and people like Zabuza. And their terrain is just like the cloud, but the cloud just has more numbers and strength. And they have the terrain. Sasuke and Itachi then thought of a plan in which they would have to run up the mountain that was above it, set up camp, wait another day, and attack at 7 a.m. They then put their plan into action the next month, and they had a lot of land due to the fact that they had the stone and leaves land combined, as well as the sand, and they had a population of about 1.6 million and rising substantially, because in Naruto's village, you must have 2 children, which would boost the amount of ninja being produced and the amount of people in the village. And during the month in preparation, Naruto trained all the main ninja in his village, so they get amps of about, I think it was 1.62, so about like 1.6 times boost is, because he basically makes them continuously beat themselves up and fight their previous levels, getting over that self, and then they create 94% clones and they fight each other, and then it's kind of like a cycle sign of like that. And while their clones are kind of sitting, they also kind of access a bit of a sage mode, so they're not trying to take in nature energy, they do, and their clones kind of get sage mode. So because you're standing still so long and not moving a muscle, or your clone would, so when it pops, wouldn't they get sage mode? I was thinking about that, so I don't really know. And some of them actually get like a 4 times boost. Even Naruto, who also slowly befriends Kirama every day and is able to obtain KCM1. And Sasuke, who gets Kirin. They then attacked the mist, and it was almost as if there was nobody there. But then they were attacked, but Naruto then destroyed the ninja, almost losing his arm by 3 ninjas slashing their swords at him. All of Naruto's ninja then rushed at the mist, and they then were able to beat the mist, but they had been depleted to about 400,000 ninja before their previous number was 600,000. And they had then started planning to push the cloud. Shisui and Itachi then told Naruto to go to the Eye of Archive under the leaf and retrieve 2-3 Tomoe. He then saw tons, and the room was labeled Sharingan from the Great Ninja Wars and Deaths. He then walked in, seeing one that said Kagami Uchiha. Naruto then remembered that Kagami was Shisui's dad, so he grabbed it and then implanted them into his eyes. He then showed Shisui, and Shisui told him, "Whose eyes?" And then he said, "Kagami's." That he had Shisui, and then Shisui said, "That's amazing," as they hugged, and Shisui taught him a way to increase the speed of his Azure flames. And then next week they then pushed. Also, he already has a 3 Tomoe, but I'm giving him Shisui's 3 Tomoe in his main body so that he can get EMS. Anyways, as they were encountering mere getting and were getting little resistance, Chunin, even as they entered the village, they all then ran to the core of the village wanting to fight, and paper bombs then exploded everywhere as they had launched a full-on assault, this time learning from his mistakes and losing so many ninjas. These paper bombs kept on going as they were catching Genin and Chunin off guard, as Naruto then said, "Stop being cowards," as everyone then heard Sarutobi style, Secret Leaf style, Great Dragon Iron Wind Murder, creating a circle around them. They then heard somebody say Earth style, Great Cornering Wall, creating another circle that burnt out the fire and made it so that they couldn't escape too easily. Ninja from all villages from every nation then swarmed them, as all of the ninjas that Naruto had then smirked, attacking Naruto, Kakashi, Guy, Sasuke, Itachi, Shisui, Karin, and Neji, and the clan heads in clans. These were ninja who didn't belong to clans, so probably about like 300,000. But all the other ninjas attacked them, even the ones who were their allies. Naruto thought through the sheer rage of betrayal, activated his 3 Tomoe, which he was actually able to deactivate, but it had awakened, and he then defeated a ton of ninja, but they just kept coming. Eventually, the Uchiha and Hyuga clans were left, and Sasuke then said, "Great Fireball Jutsu, Uchiha style," as he lifted his hand into the air using Kirin, creating the necessary requirements for the jutsu. As he then smirked, saying, "They're all dead," as they were disintegrated. But then waves and waves of enemies flooded them, surrounding them once again. Naruto then said, "Shit." Side note, I may have to start or actually no, we'll leave all that part. Sorry about that. You can read that if you like, but it doesn't really matter. Because I think because we're a smaller channel, we won't be affected by Kappa until we get to like 10K if we do. So that was just some other stuff. But yeah. Anyhow, he then said, "Kurama, I need help," as Kurama then befriended Naruto even more, giving Naruto KCM2 as they bumped fist. As he then blitzed through tons of ninjas, but was then ganged up on as Naruto then yelled in pain as they stabbed kunai and objects alike into his body. As a blonde-haired girl then said, "Get out of the way," as he then said, "Mouse hairball." This was Yugato Ni, the two-tailed Jinchuriki of the cloud, as a ninja got off of Naruto and scattered, attacking other ninja. Naruto opened his eyes and he saw a blur of blue, as he was then sent flying into a nearby building. Naruto then got up as he said, "Kurama, let's do this," as he created a tail beast bomb firing at Yugato, but Yugato did her own. But Naruto's overwhelmed her. Killer Bee then swooped in, grabbing a naked Yugato because her clothes had been broken off by the blast radius, as he then blushed by seeing her and said, "Will you marry me?" as she agreed, and they ran away and they smashed a viewer, and she also gets pregnant, also because I wanted this like you could say ship, even though it's kind of meaningless because it never happened in the original. I don't know, you guys can get a ship. Anyway, as Killer Bee then blitzed right beside Naruto, saying, "Hello, fellow Jinchuriki," as he then explained the Akatsuki and their goal, and they made a truce between all Jinchuriki, but not between their villages. As Killer Bee called off the ninja, but then Deidara said, "Die," as he used the suicide bomb, as he said, or just an explosion, killing himself and killing all of the ninja. But Naruto, Killer Bee, and Naruto's allies, they didn't die. As Sasori then came down in his Hiriko shell, as Naruto slammed an Odama Rasengan into him, destroying his puppet body and human body. He then sent Hinata, Killer Bee, and Karin to fight Kisame, as he then went after Obito with Kakashi and Guy, who were able to beat him, as Naruto sealed his eye away, making him unable to use Kamui. Sasuke was in prison after the Great Ninja War. He had a tag on his eyes, so it's not unlikely to believe that Naruto would have something like this to encounter users with dojutsu. Killer Bee's squad then defeated and killed Kisame, as they then proceeded to defeating the rest of the Akatsuki. And then Kabuto reanimated Madara, and Madara rained down on the battlefield with 1,600 Edo Tensei at his side, as they didn't expect it, as Sasuke, Karin, Naruto, Hinata, and Killer Bee had been drained and all tried to attack but collapsed due to the strain on their bodies, as Naruto summoned his passive Rami, as they then sealed away hundreds of the Edo Tensei. I accidentally said pain before in the script. Of the Edo Tensei, as a data half used things like Shibaku Tensei, as Sasuke and Naruto then ran at Madara and Almighty Push and Bancho Teni and stuff like that. As Madara then activated his Susanoo, as Naruto and Sasuke were then hit with his swords, but Shisui and Itachi had tanked the attack, running in front of the blow with their bodies. As Naruto and Sasuke asked why, as they said, "You will always be our brothers, and we love you," as they fell to the ground, activating their Mangekyou Sharingans, and then said, "Live and make our spirit live on," as they entrusted their eyes to Naruto and Sasuke, who had then obtained the eternal Mangekyou Sharingan, as Sasuke activated his ability Amaterasu, and then used the Susanoo, as he said, "You go close, I'll back you up from here, then we'll switch, okay?" As Naruto then said, "Sounds good," activating his first MS ability to stop time. As Madara was then hit with a barrage of punches and kicks, as Naruto then told Sasuke to use his arrow, as he did in the time stop area in which Naruto made it so Sasuke doesn't stop in his time stop. And he shot his arrow as Naruto replayed time as Madara fell down by the damage he got in an instant, deactivating his Susanoo, without being able to react, as he then got up saying, "Not bad, I assume you're the current reincarnations of Indra and Asura. It's a shame you didn't battle each other." They then said, "We fight all the time." As they also then said, "What do you mean?" as he said, "Oh, you don't know?" As he laughed, explaining the cycle to them. As they laughed, saying, "I knew we were related through blood somewhere along the road." As Madara then said, "Naruto and Sasuke, would you like to join me and liberate this world with the infinite Tsukiyomi?" As they then said at the same time, "We'll never join you. Your version of peace is far different from ours." As Naruto jumped into the air as he used 2 planetary Rasengans on Madara, as Madara then said, "Damn. If only you two were born a few years earlier." As he then summoned the Ghetto statue, which had all chakra from each tailed beast, summoning the 10 tails, as Naruto and Sasuke smirked, saying, "Come, let's do this." As they activated their Susanos, as Naruto then used KCM2, coating it with his 9 tails avatar and armor, making it a double-plated KCM2 Susano, as the 10 tails prepared, a triple plated, because the Deva Path also had Susanoo, and why Naruto unlocked in the manga Q, he unlocked it in his main eye, but he already had the other eyes, so it was just easier for him to use the Susanoo in his main body and stuff like that. Anyways, so it's a triple KCM2 Susanoo, as the 10 tails prepared a tail beast bomb, as Naruto used one of his own, and Sasuke used an Amaterasu covered arrow as he launched it, and it collided with the tail beast bomb, but the 10 tails was too powerful, sending it back at them double the force, as they were hit with it, as they fell to the ground of exhaustion, and they were almost dead, as they had previously been fighting for days. As Madara then said, "You could have served me and liberated this world." As he laughed, saying, "But you refused," stabbing his 2 swords through their chest, as their lives are fading before their own eyes, as they then died, or though they died, appearing in front of the Sage of 6 Paths, Hagoromo. Not together, but how they did in the original. In the Otsutsuki bloodline and the moon and stuff like that were explained to them, as Naruto explained his ideals and Sasuke did his. As Hagoromo then told them about Hamura and gifted them their power. As Madara then said, "I guess I'll take back the 9 tails," as he said, as a summon. As he activated a seal, as Naruto and Sasuke then awoke, as Naruto grabbed Madara's hand right before it could touch his seal, as he then kicked Madara into the air, as he then said, "Lava release, magma balls," as they started to burn Naruto, as he said, or started to burn Madara, as he said, "Goku now," as he said, "Let's raise your chakra to the boiling point," manhandling Madara as he barely got up, having to send the 10 tails, as Naruto and Sasuke picked up the 10 tails, as Madara then absorbed it, realizing that they could have killed it, gaining his 6 path abilities, as he then said, "You're done," as Sasuke then said, "Naruto, take care of him. I can see his limbo clones," as Naruto created a few clones to help Sasuke, as Naruto then started beating Madara, as Sasuke finished beating the limbo clones, as Naruto created 10 clones, and Sasuke did the same, as 10 used Rasengans and 10 used Chidoris, as they then jumped to each side of Madara, forming the rat seal, as they then said, "You don't deserve death," as they then said, "You deserve eternal prison," as they each created a Shibaku Tensei together, because they both have the Renegon now, and they sent it into an asteroid, destroying Madara on a cellular level. Naruto and Sasuke then had their battle at the final valley. Naruto won without his 6 Pasurami, as Naruto then created peace throughout the ninja world, as every single place on Earth was ruled by Sasuke, Naruto, Hinata, Kakashi, Guy, Shisui, Itachi, Killer Bee, or Yukito. And Itachi and Shisui, that land had been passed down to Naruto and Sasuke. And Killer Bee and Yukito, who had their child. And Naruto had a child with Hinata, sorry about the notification, and Sasuke with Karin. Also, Naruto creates a clan that is made up out of Hinata, Killer Bee, Yukito, Sasuke, and Naruto, and Kakashi and Guy were the trainers of the clan. And eventually everyone kind of were related, as they had children with each other. What I mean is Killer Bee had a child with Hinata, and Sasuke did as well, and vice versa for Naruto as well. And they had obtained an Iron Fist over the ninja world. And this is where I'll be ending this off, unless you get 50 likes on the video. Unless you get 50 likes on 50 likes on this video, then I will be just going over the tuning exams for Boruto, Momoshiki, and Ishiki, but it's literally not like too much. I'm just going over the 3 major fights so far. or the 3 major arcs. Anyways, this series was a really good one in my opinion, and technically the second What If on this channel that I have finished. Thank you for your your continued support. Please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. We're on the road to 200 subscribers if we haven't already hit it, because I'm recording it earlier than I think we'll hit it. But so thank you. I love you all. Rami X out.